We've got our first look at the new Dawn of Ragnarok DLC, and you can actually transform into a raven, fly about in the sky, pick your target, and then dive bomb them for a swift assassination, which is some proper Odin freestyle in here. But how can we actually do this, and how does it all work? Well, first of all, big thanks to Callum at the Ubisoft UK team for the early access, so I was able to get this video out to you. And secondly, this is all about collecting Hugr, or spirit energy, in Svartalfheim, so you're able to activate your Odin raven form ability from the D-pad. But the only way we can actually activate these abilities is visiting the dwarves in their hidden shelters and obtaining the Hugr Rip bracer from them first. After we do so, we'll be able to take a look at upgrading it directly at the blacksmith, and as you can see here, we have the power of the raven ability available to us, and Ubisoft haven't actually mentioned specifically how we obtain it, but I'm guessing it'll be through some sort of Book of Knowledge fetch quest in Svartalfheim. But you'll also notice two sub-abilities on the menu. The first one being the Raven Assassination ability, allowing us to air assassinate, as well as the timed extension upgrade, presumably allowing us to fly around with a longer duration when we're in raven form. However, to actually upgrade your raven form ability in your Hugr Rip bracer, you'll need resources to do so. So for example, we'll need to obtain raven feathers and silica resources throughout Svartalfheim for this specific air assassination upgrade. But also to note here, there's additional resources to collect on the right hand side of the menu, which will be required to upgrade other Odin abilities, which I'll be covering in another video, and depending upon when you watch this, I'll link it at the end of this one. Okay, so we've got our Hugr bracer from the dwarves, we've unlocked the power of the raven ability, and we've upgraded it to air assassinate by collecting resources in Svartalfheim. We now need Hugr or spirit energy to actually use it, which we obtain by killing specific enemies who are able to provide us with that type of power. So if we want to use the raven form, we're going to need to gather raven spirit energy from killing a worthy raven in Svartalfheim, which, as you can see here, will allow us to absorb its energy and transfer it to a slot in our Hugr Rip bracer. I hope you're staying with me because there's a lot of dance steps here, but at the moment we only have 2 powers that we can equip at one time, but we can also upgrade our bracer during the game to store more powers, such as 4 at one time. But after we've actually equipped the power, we can then activate it using our D-pad, and you'll notice we actually have a timer in the bottom corner of the screen, and this timer will expire after you land, which you can do so by approaching the ground and awaiting for the prompt to do so, or by assassinating a target. And again, we're going to have to wait for the prompt on your screen to appear once you approach the target within an actionable assassination distance. However, there is no footage of this raven power running out while mid-flight, and the Ubisoft developers didn't say what would happen when they showcased it last week, so we're just going to have to wait and see what happens. I imagine we're just going to fall to the ground. Going to be interesting to see what that's all about. Anyway, this new ability does allow us a lot of verticality and traversal here, and I think you've got to get on board with the fantasy aspect if you are interested in this DLC, and if you are, I think it could be a lot of fun and very useful to use in this game. And by the way, while you are watching this video, I've actually published so much new gameplay, such as new combat, exploration, some cool cutscenes with Glod, who's one of the main antagonists in this DLC. I've actually put them all into a very easy watch playlist, so if you are interested in seeing what this game really is all about, make sure you do check them out. I'm going to be popping the playlist on your screen in just a moment, and if you have found this video informative, or if you picked up any value from it, and only if you wouldn't mind, leaving a very swift like down below would be really kind of you, and it genuinely helps me out, so thank you very much. Anyway, more breakdown videos to come. I do hope you enjoyed this very swift one, and as usual, coffee is on me.